What's going on, everybody? My name is Safecracking Gaming, and today I'm going to do something a little bit different. As you all may possibly know, the new console 1-2 Switch is coming out March 3rd of 2017. I'm recording this as of February 13th, 2017, of course. And I gotta say, alright, so I've been following the Switch for about a year or so. I think it was called the NX before, and then this year, a couple months ago, it got released. The name for it, the Nintendo Switch. The name at first, I wasn't too fond of, but now I'm kind of, it's kind of sticks with you a little bit. So they announced a few of the games. There's very limited, launch titles that come with the Switch. One of the highlighted games that Nintendo seems to be showing off is called 1-2 Switch. That's kind of what I'm going to talk about a little bit today. Some of the game modes that are being released for it, the ones that we know of right now. And so the topic's on that, so that's what this video is going to be about. So let's gonna hop right into it. Alright, so there are 18 games that we absolutely know right now. I think there's just 18 that we know of. There's 28 that are going to be in the game. So I'm going to go ahead and warn you, first off, my first opinion on it. Some of the games are cool. Is it worth like 50? I think it's like $49.99 for a retail price for this. I don't know if it's going to be worth that much, like, in my opinion. Like, I feel like this should have been bundled in with the Switch, because it's not like, it doesn't have like a purpose to me other than like a party game or whatever. But I mean, if you're just getting a Switch for yourself and you're just playing it by yourself, I don't suggest you get the game, because it's, I mean, there's maybe like one or two that I know of that are like single player games in this. If not, I mean, who's gonna milk a cow by themselves? Let's just be honest here. I'm being honest, okay? I don't see many people playing this for fun on their own. It's usually just a party game. So one of the few of the games, actually, I'm gonna go ahead and go over the 18 that we know. The one that Nintendo is showing off the absolute most is Quick Draw. Quick Draw is like a Western-style cowboy showdown. It's where both players will point their controller downwards, and upon receiving the order to fire, must aim their controller and fire before their opponent. Now, the 1-2 Switch is a game that is not based around looking at the screen, so it's one of the first JoyCon things. They're called JoyCons, right? They have a rumble feature, and the guy described it as being, you can tell, say if you're holding a cup, if someone put like an ice cube in it, you would be able to tell that someone put like 1 or 2 or 3 and then took it out or put water in it. I don't know, it's weird. I've never held one or got to play it, so I don't know how it is. I've heard it's really cool, so, kind of going off of that. Like I said, this isn't from personal usage, this is just from speculations of other users that actually have played with it. And, so Quick Draw is one of the things where you're looking at your opponent. Like I said, you pull it up whenever it tells you to fire and you shoot the other opponent. Whoever gets it faster, I think it's like, whoever gets it faster wins the game, obviously. So that's Quick Draw for you. Then it just gets a little bit weird. Quick Draw is the main one. It's on the cover of the game. It's on the box art for it. Milk. The game is called Milk. Yeah, I'm not making that up, the Milk. I'm sure you've heard of it. You're milking a virtual cow. I'm not joking. You're milking a virtual cow. This is what it says, okay? I'm not lying. Players must use gestures and specific button presses in order to milk a virtual cow, with the aim to milk more jugs than their opponent. Alright, I don't know, to be honest with you. I know there's 28 games total, but some of the games that they're putting in here, they're not $50 games, I mean, like, okay, yeah, it's for novelty purposes, sure, you could throw one in there. That's, I mean, maybe it's funny for a little bit, but, I don't know. That's just I don't know. I could see myself playing it once or twice just for fun, like, to be stupid and record it. But I don't see it being like a huge thing for me. Okay, then you got Copy Dance. Copy Dance is, it's kind of like Simon Says, except dancing a little bit. Like, you just make positions. So each player takes turn making dance poses which the other player must copy in time to the music. Players are scored based on their performance. So it seems what they're doing is, however, that at the end of the music, you're supposed to make a pose, right? So player 1 makes his pose, and then I guess whenever the music shuts off and the pose time is supposed to be done, wherever your Joy-Con is facing, because I know they have like the IR camera things in them. I'm assuming that's how it's working, where wherever it's facing is how it's going to be used for, and your opponent has to make it almost similar to whatever you have it, and then you take turns, and then player 2 takes, you know, a dance move, and then he poses in a certain way, and then player 1 has to go back and do it. I mean, it seems fun enough. I mean, it's better than, you know, milking a cow. I mean, for Christ's sake, I don't think it's gonna be bad as, you know, milking, but whatever. The next one's actually kind of cool. I really do like this one a lot. It's called Samurai Training. This one is when one player makes an overhead sword swinging motion while the other player must clap their controller. So I'm sure you've seen a few Japanese movies in the past where I think this is an actual thing, where like Samurai Training, they get a wooden sword, or I guess, I don't think they would do a real katana because that would cut your fingers off. You catch the blade before it hits you in the head. So this is like a reflex, I guess a reflex enhancing game. I mean, it seems pretty cool. But players take turns until one player fails to catch their opponent's sword. So until they get bopped on the head, that's the game. I mean, it goes back and forth. I can see that being pretty fun, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I'll play that probably more than I will copy dance or milk. I mean, that's for sure. But it's an interesting concept, and I do like it. I appreciate that. So the next one is Ping Pong. Ping Pong is a table tennis game in which players must listen to rhythmic audio cues to hit back a ping pong ball. Players can perform lobs and smashes to alter the flow and try to throw off their opponent. Okay, so this is going to be really interesting for me because I've played, like, you know, Wii Sports Resort. I think, did Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games have a... I don't know if the ping pong thing was like button pressing or if it was actual, like, you know, you had to move. But this is going to be really weird because, like I said, this game doesn't focus on looking at a screen, you're looking at each other. So playing ping pong with each other, and you're basing it off of sound. So you have to have like really good hearing skills. I'm trying to visualize it. Like I said, I've never played it. I don't know many people that have played this. I've never seen the ping pong being played. I think I might have seen it once, but I mean, it doesn't seem like it'd be that bad. I mean, it's a good idea. Like I said, you have to have like really good hearing though, I would assume, and kind of like a really good visualization in order to like comprehend it, because it does seem like a bit of a challenge, which is good by all means, you know, especially for a $50 game, you want some sort of a challenge. It does seem fun. It's like, I don't know, I'm trying to like describe it in the best way possible, but it's like I can just visualizing myself playing ping pong. But it's like, I guess whenever it hits and makes that little, you know, the sound it makes when it hits the table, you have to be able to react a certain way, and then, you know, it'll bounce slower for like lobs, and when you smash the ball, it'll make a louder pop. Maybe that's how it'll work. I don't know. It seems pretty cool though. Alright, the next one is Eating Contest. Eating Contest is a single player game which makes the use of the right Joy-Cons controller's IR motion camera. Alright, this one's a little bit odd. Like I said, this is another one of those things. It's just like, huh, why is it in here? I'm not sure. But nonetheless, I mean, I guess it's another game that they threw in here. Why not? So you're holding the camera. It has that IR camera feed thing that I was talking about earlier. You can tell how far, I guess it can tell, like I said, how far apart it is from your mouth or whatever. And you're literally just opening and closing your mouth. That's the game. I'm not joking. That's the game. It's a certain time limit. I don't know the time limit for it. It may be like 20 seconds. And I think you can go against your friends. I'm not sure about that actually. But if you can, I mean, I would assume so. But this is one of the single player games that you can do. But you're literally just opening your mouth over and over again and trying to eat as many sandwiches as possible. That's all that I can, you know, say about the game. There's not much else to do. The next one's actually kind of cool. I really do like the concept for it. I don't think it would be good for a standalone game. It's Safecracking, by the way. It's kind of like, you know, where you players must race to open a safe by twisting the Joy-Con controllers to turn a dial, paying attention to bumps from the controller. So like I said, the controller has the rumble feature for it. It'll be able to let you know where that little area is that you can crack the safe. To me, this is a huge thing, not just as a single game, but as a concept to put in other games. If you can incorporate this with like Zelda, or maybe, I don't know what you would, yeah, there's like things you could do for safes and that, you know, in dungeons you can open safes or something. if you could incorporate this with other games that are for the Switch, that would be so awesome. Like, as soon as I saw this, this is the only thing I could think about. Not just the game in here, but I mean, it would be a really neat feature to have if you added it into another game. So, safe crack, that's going to be another cool one, I think. The next one's ball counting. Use the Joy-Con's HD Rumble feature. Players must guess how many balls are rolling around inside a box. I don't know, like I said, I've never used the Joy-Con, so I don't know exactly how it would feel like that. Maybe you could like twist it and it would like vibrate a certain way. I don't know. But the next one's Wizard. So this one's another one of those like I'm not sure how it works or how you win or how it decides. But players use the Joy-Con controllers as makeshift wands, using gestures and counters to push back a clashing beam of magic. So maybe there's like a vibration pattern in the Joy-Con controller, and then when it vibrates, maybe you just throw forward, and who can ever do that more accurately or on time friendly can actually, you know, win the game. I'm not sure. Like I said, it seems like a cool idea though. This is one of the better games that I think, and they've, you know, I'll try to put some stock video in the background for you guys so you guys can look at it. I don't think I can do audio though, because I'll get hit with a copyright strike from Nintendo because you can use their footage but not their audio for some reason. But anyways, the next one is going to be Sword Fight. Okay, so Sword Fight. Players use the Joy-Con controllers as swords, holding down the shoulder button to guard, and releasing it, and swinging the controller to attack. Okay, so this almost reminds me of Wii Sports Resort, where you are doing the, like, what is it, fencing? I think that's what it is, where you're fencing on top of that little platform and you try to knock each other off. I feel like it'll be exactly like that, except you're not looking at a screen. You're looking at each other, and you're kind of going off of, I guess, sounds for it. So the feels and the sound for it and all that kind of stuff. Like I said, it's going to be a whole different experience from any other Nintendo game, gaming console, or any console for that matter. But it seems really cool, and I'm really excited for that one as well. Telephone. I don't know, why is this a thing? Why telephone? Alright, so the whole goal of this, set your Joy-Cons down, 2 people do. Whoever can pick up the Joy-Con and talk into it first wins. Oh my god, I cannot wait to play telephone. I don't know how to... I mean, whatever works, man. I mean, you know, you need some fillers here and there. Not every game can be a, you know, home run, but they tried at least for that. The next one I don't get either. Shaver. I'm a dude, I shave. Why would I want to do that in a game? I don't like doing it in real life as is. Why would I want to do that for my video games? But, I mean, I don't know. You literally, 2 people using the Joy-Con controllers as electric razors, racing to be the first to completely shave their virtual beards. Maybe this is for people that can't grow beards, so they want to feel the... I don't know. I don't know if there's like a success feeling in shaving your beard virtually, but that's what they're going for here. That's their aim. I don't know, but okay. The next one's going to be Runway. That's where players listen to a musical cues to strut down a runway and make dynamic poses. So this one can be, I don't know, like a runway model. You know, you're just going down, you're making poses that they let you know of, and that's just about it. I believe this is going to be a 2-player game as well, not one of the single-player ones. So the next one's an interesting concept. This game has come out in like different multiple, you know, variances in real life as well as, you know, virtual. Soda, it's where you shake up a single Joy-Con controller representing a bottle of soda and you pass it around, aiming not to be the one when the cork inevitably pops. Okay, so it's just like you're, you know, shaking up a soda can, or in this case, you know, a bottle, and you're just passing it to your friends, and, you know, you're shaking it around, and whatever, you know, pops, you're the person that loses. There's a few games, I don't know off the top of my head, but, you know, they're similar to it. There's a bunch of, like, party games and stuff that are kind of, you know, similar to it. The next one is really weird. It's played in the Switch's handheld mode, which means both of the Joy-Cons are obviously going to be on the actual, the Switch console as itself. Players must rock a crying baby to sleep and put it down gently without waking it up. Oh my god. Why, if you're a parent, why would you want this? You deal with this all day long as is. Why would you want this to be in a game? Like the shaver thing, not fun. I don't know. Maybe if you have friends that are thinking about having kids and you're just like, hey, play my Switch real quick and play baby on the 1-2 Switch. Guarantee you'll never have a kid ever again in your life. I don't know. It seems like a weird concept. I saw the trailer for it. I don't know. Like I said, this is my opinion though. Your opinion is yours, mine is mine. I am very comfortable with, listening to other people's opinions, and very actually curious people defending the baby game. I'd love to hear it, actually. Go for it. Go crazy in the comments. Alright, so JoyCon Rotation. This one, I mean, it's not baby, or, I mean, the other ones, I don't know. I mean, it's not as bad, right? At least it's not eating contest. The JoyCon Rotation. This was in one of the commercials I saw that they just released today, actually. Its players place the JoyCon controllers on a surface and take it in turns to carefully lift and rotate the controller without moving too quickly. The winner is whoever rotates their controller the most over 3 turns. I think, the most obviously is 360 degrees, and you're trying to get as much as you can without overdoing it. If you overdo it, then you lose the points that you would have, gotten, rather than, you playing it safe and, getting to like 50-degree angles. It goes by degrees, and I think 360 is like 100%. I mean, it's a good concept. I think it'd be fun to, like, if you're like time killing, say if you're on like a, a 4 or 5 hour drive. You got your friends in the car or something like that. You can, I don't know, you put on, maybe if you're in like the back seat and you the little thing that falls down between the 2 front seats, you can put those down and twist them or something. Or if you have like a cup holder in between the back seats, I guess, you could, maybe do the little JoyCon rotation to kill time. I don't see myself playing it at home, but I mean, it seems like a good concept, I guess, for like portable, random play. The next one's Liar Dice. I've heard a few things about it. I've seen a little bit of it. I'm not 100% sure of the concept of it yet, but it seems interesting enough. It's players use their JoyCon controllers as a cup and dice. Players can shake the controllers around to shuffle the dice. And when the cups are lifted, the players with the highest number on their dice wins. However, as the number on a player's dice can only be detected by the opposing player through vibration, players may attempt to bluff their opponent, tricking them into shaking their cup and ending up with a lower number. Saw the trailer, yet I don't understand how that would work. So it's the number of vibrations is what I'm getting out of this. Does it vibrate once and that's it? Like, okay, so say if you rolled like an 8, it would just vibrate 8 times. But I mean, maybe it's not as loud as I'm thinking. Like, I have a PS4, right? Play my PS4, when it vibrates, it's noticeable. Other people can hear it. I mean, it's not like it's, my issue with this would be like, so say if I was standing within 3 feet of the other person, which most people are, and it vibrated 8 times, and I'm just like, hey, I heard your JoyCon vibrate 8 times. I know what number I have, or what number you have. I don't know. It seems it's at least it's a cool idea. I'll play it, obviously, and let you guys know how it is, as I will for all of these, and let you guys know how it is if you want me to do so. Now the last one is Beach Flag. Beach Flag is when players jog on the spot in order to be the first to reach a flag. Now this is the last one on the list that we know of as of right now. This is the 18 game so far. Beach Flag is literally you're running, that's it. You just run and you try to get a flag. I don't know how else to describe that. That's basically it. So these are the 18 games that we know of, 18 mini games I should say, that we know of that are going to be for 1-2 Switch. There are 28 total, I believe so. As of right now, February 13th, there are 28 announced ones, or 18 announced ones and 28 total, as of, of what we know. But yeah, I mean, that's basically it. I kind of went through a little bit of walkthrough for people that are interested in getting 1-2 Switch. If it's worth your $49.99, to me personally, I would just wait it out a little bit. If you're gonna spend $50, to be honest with you, get another game. Bomberman, Binding of Isaac, something. I don't know if it's 1-2 Switch is worth it. I'm gonna get it. I don't know if I'll regret it or not. I'll let you guys know for sure. I'll do a full review on it when I actually get it to see how good it is. To see if it's worth the $49.99 price point that they're asking for on the release day for it. Because if they just threw this in there like 3 or 4 months after the Switch came out, I don't think many people would get it. The concept is good. It's not many launch titles. This is the main one that they're trying to advertise and push out there. Other people are going to get it. It's going to be noticed. I think it's a good move for the Nintendo if they're going to do this to try to sell this game. But yeah, that's all my opinions and the speculations and stuff that I have for all the mini games on it. Let me know what your guys' favorite mini game is that's been announced so far, and what you want to see for the other 10. Just put one random game that you want in there. Let me know what you want to see as a minigame for it. Be sure to leave a like, by the way. This helps me out tremendously, and I'm so happy that you guys enjoy this video. And I will see you guys in the next video.